Hey y'all, and welcome to the PreMed Voice, the podcast where your voice is heard. I'm your host, Peyton Smith, and today I am staying on the mic to talk to you guys about some of the pressures that I feel as a pre-med student. So I hope you like the sound of my voice. You're stuck with it for about another 10 more minutes or so. So here it is.
Turn up, let's go. Turn up, let's go.
Hey guys, and welcome to another episode of PreMed Voice. Of course, don't forget to press that subscribe button. My name is Peyton Smith. I am a junior at the University of North Texas, and today I'm going to be talking to you guys about the pressures that I kind of feel as a pre-med student, and that a lot of my friends have kind of voiced to me that they feel the same way. Definitely just a quick shout out to Dr. Daniel. He's on PreMed Star, and he put out this 2-part article on imposter syndrome. I loved what he said. I think it's very important that everybody knows that they're not alone in the feeling that they may be an imposter when it comes to the medical field. So definitely check out that article. It's got a lot of great content in there about, 1, how to figure out if you're having those kind of feelings, and 2, ways you can kind of put those things to rest. So that's an awesome article. Make sure you guys check that out. But today I kind of want to talk to you about this major pressure that me and my friends have talked about a lot. And it's that feeling that there is no plan B. I think when you start this pre-medical journey, you're kind of throwing all of your eggs into a single basket. And a lot of that can put a lot of stress on you, 1, but puts a lot of pressure on just, if I don't become a doctor, I really don't have a plan B. I don't know what else I'm going to do. So I think it's really important that, 1, you know that you're not alone in this feeling. And 2, you know that you can do it. I believe in you guys. I know a lot of people in your life believe in you too. So make sure that as I'm talking about this stuff, you know that we believe in you. You can do this, and it's okay to feel this way sometimes. So a lot of that can just be thoughts creeping into your head that you're not smart enough, you're not talented enough, you're not confident enough. All of that, it doesn't matter because you know you can do it. So I'm going to talk about 3 things that I do to kind of put that pressure to rest and to kind of put it in the back of my mind. So 1 is I surround myself with a support system. I think everybody needs a support system. 1, you can find that in your family, your friends, your church group. Maybe it's an advisor that you really like. On PreMed Star, that's also a great support system that you can have. So I just think it's important that you always have a support system so that when you feel these pressures, you have somebody you can go and talk to them about. You have somebody who can tell you, hey, you're doing great. Keep going. You're going to make it. I think that's really important. I know for me personally, that's my family. I am blessed with about 26, 27 cousins that are always there for me, always telling me I'm doing a great job. But of course, I have my mom, my dad, and my brother that, always are pushing me, but are always telling me that I'm doing a great job and that they're very proud of me. My brother even listens to these podcasts before I send them out just to kind of tell me, Peyton, they sound good, believe in yourself. So I think that's just really important to have somebody in your life that can do that for you. And have somebody that you can talk to easily that can do that for you. I know on Dr. Dale's book, PreMed Mondays, and on his podcast, he talks a lot about having a support system within somebody who is in the same pre-medical journey as you. And I think that's also important too. I know I have a friend, Trisha, who also is an officer for me for GMB, and she's kind of that for me. I go to her when I feel like my parents or my brother don't really understand the pressures I'm feeling or the struggles I'm going through because they're not going through it. So that's awesome. Always find somebody that's in the pre-medical journey as well, just for that support system. So that's number 1, find yourself a support system. Number 2, get yourself a hobby that has nothing to do with the medical field. I think when we are pre-med students, everything in our lives is surrounded with the medical field, which is awesome because that's the field we want to go into. But when you're feeling these pressures when you're having a lack of confidence, sometimes it's really important to just be able to take a step back from that situation that is causing those feelings so that you can clear your mind and refocus. And so for me personally, that is basketball. I love watching basketball. I love playing basketball. I love going to the WNBA games. Gotta give a shout out to my Dallas Wings. It's a lot of fun, and it lets me just take my mind away from all those pressures that I'm feeling. And I think that's really important to find in something, whether it's playing an instrument or going out with friends or going to the gym or playing a sport or doing whatever it is that you need to do to just be able to take a step back and clear your mind from everything and just refocus. So definitely find yourself a hobby. There's a lot out there that you can get. But yeah, that will just definitely help you guys a lot with the pressures that you're feeling. It helps me a lot. So the third thing that I want to talk to you guys about when you're feeling these pressures is confidence. I think a lot of the pressure comes from a lack of confidence. I know I've struggled with this quite a bit last semester. I got a couple bad grades. I didn't do so well on a couple tests, and it really just hurt me. And I think it's important that you build up that confidence to deal with these pressures. And for me personally, I think that confidence comes from actions. There's a great quote by Dorothy Brand, who is the author of Wake Up and Live. It's an awesome book, so make sure you guys check that out if you want. But her quote is, act in a way it is impossible to fail. I'll say that one more time. Act in a way it is impossible to fail. So for me, when I see that quote, I think that, if I put in the work to become a doctor and get into med school, if I study hard, if I do all my shadowing, if I do all the volunteering, if I do research, if I put the action in that is required, one, I'm going to be confident, and two, there's nothing that's going to be able to say, you can't do this because you didn't do this. You just have to put in the action. And I think when you put in the action, one, you can't fail, and two, you're going to have confidence. So I think that's really important for all of us pre-medical students to remember, because there's going to be times when you're looking at your syllabuses or you got finals coming up and you just have this feeling of, I don't want to do it. I know I've been there. I know a lot of my friends have been there. And I think it's important that you remind yourself, if I put in the action, it is impossible for me to fail. So definitely make sure you guys are still working hard, even when you're feeling these pressures. I think when pressure comes on, one, it hurts your confidence, and that hurts the amount of action that you do. So if you're putting in action, your confidence is going to grow, and it's going to be impossible to fail, just like the quote says. So those are the three major things that I do personally when I'm feeling these pressures. So let me just touch on it one more time to kind of recap. One is going to be surround yourself with a support system that you can trust, and a support system that includes somebody in the pre-medical journey. Two, a hobby that has nothing to do with the medical field. Get yourself something that you can clear your mind with. And three, confidence comes from your actions. So just make sure that even when you're feeling these pressures, you're pushing through, you're still working, and it's going to keep growing that confidence. So that's really all I have for you guys today. I really hope that was helpful. Please make sure you press the subscribe button. Wow, I'm struggling with that word today. Please make sure you press the subscribe button. Of course, don't forget to get on PreMed Star. It is awesome to be on that. There's a lot of networking that can happen there. There's a lot of support and a lot of good content that you can find on there. So make sure you're getting on there. And we will see you guys later. Thank you.
Turn up. Let's go.